Continuing coverage, though, on homelessness in Erie.
Yes, it is. Tonight, continuing coverage, we're taking a closer look at the local organizations who are dedicated to helping families who are homeless.
This is part 2 of our Jameson Hixenbaugh's special report. And Jameson is here in the studio with us tonight. Jameson, you talked with a lot of people over the course of your series here. And tonight you talk with more who are bravely sharing their stories, in addition to shelters who have leaders speaking out too.
Yes, Eva. In the past year alone, nearly 1,000 people have relied on the city's 2 main emergency shelters for a warm place to stay. And both facilities help families find a permanent home, but the current housing market has created several challenges.
If this place wasn't available, I'll be out on the streets in the cold with my kids.
As a single mother, Stephanie Lewis has fallen on hard times.
I got kicked out from family, and my dad passed away in September.
Now homeless, Lewis has turned to community shelter services for help.
What's kind of been the hardest part for you being homeless?
Getting back and forth to work and not having my kids with me. My kids are actually living with family or friends right now because I'm here.
The organization provides emergency shelter for up to 65 people.
Our phone rings every day and we have to turn people away through coordinated entry.
Throughout the pandemic, Executive Director Diane Lizette says the shelter has been at max capacity, putting a major strain on the agency's budget.
Typically people are here 60, 90 days. Now they're here, some of them over 300.
Any folks in Erie County who are experiencing that, who are also literally homeless, are in a bad way.
Kurt Craze is the executive director of the Erie United Methodist Alliance. The organization owns and operates The Refuge. It's a 34-bed emergency shelter for families with children who have nowhere else to go.
It's critically important that we have shelters in our community, but it's not the goal. The goal is to move families with children into a pathway to permanent housing.
But inflation, the rising cost of rent, and lack of affordable housing are making that goal much more difficult.
Inflation for you is real, and it's real as well for those who are experiencing a housing crisis. All the prices are going up. Rent is going up, and it's pricing people out of the market.
Despite those challenges, Lewis remains optimistic.
What are some of the challenges you face?
Find a place, but they're here to help. Like, they give you a list every Wednesday of the landlords that help out. If you have nowhere to go, you're here, you're able to stay here.
And while both organizations recognize that homelessness will always be an issue, they will continue to do everything they can to make life more livable for the people experiencing a housing crisis. For the Economic Hardship Reporting Project, Jameson Hixenbaugh, Erie News Now.
All right, Jameson, thanks for the very interesting report tonight.
Yeah.